Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Hey, Ire. Welcome. Welcome in. It is a beautiful, beautiful day on Titan today, and I can't see my volume levels. Now I can. Okay, good. Hopefully I'm not too quiet. Phew scared me again. Every single time you get me with that. All right, let's go see what we're up to today. I should probably pick the plants in the farm now that I think about it real quick. But then we're going to go and work on that hangar that we've been working on. Door, thank you. There we go. Let's just... hold on, wait. Oop, there we go. Grab all those. Grab... What are these? Potatoes. Okay, good. Perfect. Happy Potato Day, everybody. 28 new potatoes. That means we can make some more vodka later. Excuse me. Hey, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so. One of my airlocks doesn't work back there, unfortunately, for some reason. Well, actually, I know exactly the reason. I just don't feel like fixing it. Alright, so. When last we met. What time is it? 6 a.m. So we have a lot of daylight here. I'm going to go down in the radiation-proof shielding here. The radiation-proof hallway. And we're going to walk our way all the way down to the hangar. So, as I recall, when last we met, we were trying to figure out if it was worthwhile to have a piston system that pushes the doors up, or if it was fine to just have it be the hinges. And I was going to take the week to ponder on this, and then think about it while standing in the hallway. I was going to take the week to ponder on that, and what I've decided is, I think we're going to get rid of the pistons.
Meteors inbound.
And hope the meteors don't destroy anything. I think we're going to get rid of the pistons because... the test with them, it seemed like it was just too imprecise with the doors were bouncing more than they were with just the hinges, and we do have plenty of hinges. So we're going to go just hinge. Cool. We're going to go hinge only, take out those pistons, and then we will get nice even angles all the time, and we'll be good to go. So we're going to... Yes, we're going to go over to here. I'm jumping around too much. And let's see. Let's do the... Okay, that was kind of close. That is the east. I want the east doors up. East hangar doors. Reverse. Then we can get under there and start working on this. All right, so yeah, so this thing here we're gonna take out. I'm gonna re-engage these hinges so that it holds the door up. And it is also resting on this shelf here, so it's not, we're not in the worst case scenario here if something should go wrong, but yeah. For some reason after all these episodes, I'm still not used to the gravity here. Hinge. Wow. Hinge. It's like I gotta move my keyboard one key over. Alright, what did we have? These were... Okay, so now they're on. And I think that's all I need. They should be good. If I say reverse, yeah, they'll try to go up, but the piston will eventually stop them. So, good. All right, then we can just go get rid of that piston. We're good to go. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I don't want this to fall off of there. I think we're just going to get rid of this piston first. And then that'll swing down and hopefully not make a big hole. Okay, good. Still need to get some... maybe I should focus a bit on getting like a cargo right here. So this is just a little bit easier than going through here and depositing stuff. Then I think probably the next best thing to do is going to be putting in the walls
Inventory full.
and continuing to get. Let's continue with the outer rim territories here. We'll continue with those first, meaning this stuff. Make sure we have that going all around. In other words, the stuff that's above ground that occasionally gets shot whenever a spider shows up.
Inventory full.
Sweet. Okay. We could put this back in. Oops. Do I have enough on me to weld it? Nope. Didn't we miss another block somewhere? I should go do a quick pass over this thing. I thought there was another block we missed on here. Yep, there it is. I don't have the parts for it, of course. Yeah, that was my, ooh, come on. My sneaky way in and out if the doors were closed, but we're going to plug that up. All right. We're missing something here. Was this where I left off? No. It just got broken somehow. Oh, but this is light armor. Okay, so that might have been where I left off on that. Okay, let's open these doors. And then we'll see where we need to go, and then we'll get the welding ship going. Start taking care of this. Is it raining on me yet again? At least that'll block the sun. I get so excited about the rain, just because it'll block the sun for a bit. Oh, good. I gotta put buttons out. I'm so afraid I'm gonna accidentally hit detach instead of reverse. Great. So, let's see what we need to do. So I wanted to have heavy armor around just one last row below this, and then everything else is going to be light armor down in here, and then we'll figure out exactly what it's going to be. And then we also need to switch back to miner mode at some point and dig out what's going to end up being like the control room over here. Or should the control room be over here? Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. What if we went, instead of trying to go like along the side here, what if we just went like somehow straight down into here? And then we did it right there. I mean, I was thinking here because then we could also dig out more of this nickel, but we don't really need the nickel. Yeah, maybe we'll try and figure out how to do it right here, and then we'll just be like looking out over this whole long thing. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Okay. I need a lot of steel plate. Much as I can carry. And we do have a lot of that. And hopefully it's going to go into the miner. And yeah, we could turn you back.
Inventory full.
Well, that was actually, I did the wrong thing there. I actually wanted this to be this, and I actually want all of them to be that. But let's just do this for a bit to free up some inventory. I guess I do want that in that corner. I like that. Where'd it go? Where's my plate? There it is. Okay. Then what I want to do for this is turn it into triangles so that it has a nicer shelf to sit on. Let's see. We haven't... I should be careful here because we haven't done the blocks above this yet. And so I need access to those. All right, that's going to be the last side we do. I think I left off... Well, let's do this whole side here. We'll make our way over. Because I did do this side. That's heavy armor, right? Yeah. Ow, look at this. We have a little spot sticking out. There we go. Just, I don't care how thin the walls are, just so long as I don't know how thin the walls are. That makes sense.
Energy low.
Oh, that's not good. And I think I only got... Yeah, I only got this far with this. Oh, no, that's not true. We're just missing a piece. Looks like we got that far, and then I wanted to do... That's just so that I could remember where I left off. Okay. And then we need to do... Luckily, I left the hinge ones. Those are already heavy armor. I just need to take out these middle ones. And that's already heavy armor. So we do that, and that, and that. And that. Alright, let me go charge up. And then we'll go take a look at how we're going to do this. I'm just going to sit in the miner and charge up. Leroy, welcome to the stream. Good evening to you. How's everybody doing today? How's the inventory here? Are we full of... Let's see if we can get rid of you. Where's the... did I not... Where's my inventory on this ship? What is this ship called? It's the Go-Getter. Oh, that's right. I took the... Because I was doing something and I took the stock off of it. Cargo. What? I just cannot type today. Alright, I think all that's custom data. I thought it should still be in there, but I guess not. The goat script takes a little bit of time to do stuff, I've noticed. What was I gonna do? It was the... I was gonna do it with with the connector, with the multi-tool connectors. That's how I had it. Okay, I think that should work. If I remember how we did this last time. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, we are going to... We're just going to say put all... where's... Steel plate. Here we go. We're just going to say all. And then it will... should fill that up. Same deal. Where's the rest of them? I've got you set to 1,000. We're going to change that to all. I think the other one was the same, wasn't it? Or 10,000, rather. This just means fill it all up to the top. So if I search for stock, it should eventually move a bunch of stuff. There we go. Oh, did I accidentally put it on zone chips? I must have done zone chips. Which one is this? Not that one. No, I didn't. Where are you putting these things in there? There you go. That was weird. That was very weird. Okay. So... still waiting on more. Oh, we might not have more. That might be every single steel plate on the grid. Nope, it's not. Well, it will figure itself out while I go and keep on... I'm lost. There we go. Keep on adding more blocks here. Alright, so we need to replace these. with these. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through, put in as many of the steel plates as we can into these heavy armors, and then we're just going to load up on metal grids and come back, and I should probably tell it to start making a ton of metal grids. Come back and start putting the metal grids in. What's the ratio? We're going to need a lot of steel. Why are those marked as if it's full? Yeah, they're not full. So we need a lot of steel plate, but we only need 50 metal grid per heavy armor. So that's still a lot of metal grid for all of the heavy armor blocks that I'm going to put in. So I should probably up the order of metal grids, because we're probably just going to want to fill up the whole thing again. So, Monday, right? Am I right? Monday? The Economy 2, the 209 release? Live stream? And a DLC that looks like it has some good stuff in it. Have you guys been watching the previews? Rev had a good preview that came out today. There's some cameos in it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's pretty good, I think. Or did it come out yesterday? I don't remember. It's definitely out. It was funny because he gave me lines. I think he gave all of us lines, all of us who were in his preview video. He gave us lines without telling us what the other side of the conversation was. So we kind of knew what we were talking about just based on the context, but not really, which I thought was pretty funny. So, all right, so I want to try to kind of gradually slope some of this. And I think the way I'm going to do that is I need more of this. So I'm going to go, I think maybe like that. And then we'll do this. It's too bad I don't have like a really, really long slope, you know? So I think we're going to put... I'm going to kind of just look at where it starts to touch the ground and just make that the place where we do the slope. And it'll be different on both sides because it is different on both sides. Was that the sound of a spider? No. Okay. I thought I heard a spider growling. All right. I got to get behind here too, which I guess I could do. We'll put the door down and put it there. We'll do that. I got outside of here, right? We're good on this side. I'm probably going to do some sloped blocks, like a little skirt, additional skirt around the edge to make that a little bit more robust, but we could do that at the end. And then, yeah, I think we'll just, yeah, we'll do that. And we'll just make sure that that is the, like this. There we go. So that'll be that. I think that looks okay. And we'll do the same kind of a dealie over here. And I'm wondering... Because I want to have some sort of container access up here. So I'm thinking we're going to... actually, I'm going to do that. So that I can come here and get rid of this. And that and this. And then... I have a container in here somewhere? That's... Oh, you got him right away. Good job. There's an ongoing thing where they keep blowing up my base. So, now that I'm thinking about it, this row here... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. This is the... Why do we have this row and then this row? Should this be the skirt row? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. Where do we roughly start? Oh, wait. Sorry. Cargo. Cargo. Let's just do a regular cargo container. And we'll do 2 of them. Put a cargo container there, and then we'll just put an armored whatchamacallit in here. Yeah, we'll do it like this so that you can't really see it. There we go. That should... Do I need a block underneath it? Probably not. Probably fine. So there we go. We're still good there. Still connected there. Cool. And that's sitting on top of heavy armor, which means we can now... So I think for this, we're going to want to... oh, you know what? Do I want... Do I want to leave that open for access from the side here? Or should I put it here? Yeah, here's what I'm thinking is we're just going to do it like that and leave that open. I might replace this with a cargo access or something like that. That'll be kind of like my... I mean, we could always come back and change that slope, but later if we want, but I think we're going to go with that. This all needs to go away. Back to there. Okay. And we'll do a slope there. That's fine. Gonna see if I can get this part done before I start taking solar damage. That's the plan. Alright. We still need to get this row too.
Energy low.
Oh, darn. What is this? Light armor? Oh, I welded up some light armor. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just have, just take it down. Alright, where's the... Is there a hole over here? Holy... Okay. Alright, so we want this part to be the thing, so I think we want... Yeah, you know what, it should be fine. We could just do... Okay. Yep, I think that looks good. Oh, sorry. All right. Oh, except that. Oh, I didn't do. Let me charge up. We're not going to take solar damage anymore, but we're going to take lack of energy damage. I guess I'm going to take the opportunity to have a drink of water. If you're new around here, whenever I take a drink of water, I remind people that if they're liking the stream in real life, you should consider liking the stream on YouTube with the like button. And if you would like to get notified when I go live, please do consider subscribing. I do try to plan these things out at least a week ahead of time, so you can always see the stuff on my channel and get that notification. Ring the bell and all that, whatever you want to do. And if you stick around long enough, and you do feel like supporting the channel more, I do have like a $2.99 American a month subscription. Oh, membership, which is completely optional. You get some emojis and my eternal gratitude. I realized I should probably, because I plopped this block here, and oh, I know, I know you're doing windrows. Totally get it. Yeah, I think I want this to go. Yeah, we're going to move this down slightly. Anybody else out there playing windrows? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, so we're going to do that. I think I'm going to move this forward to about here. Just trying to get most of this in place so that the spiders, when the spiders show up and they attack, or my guns attack them, we don't end up with as much stuff just getting completely blown apart. Is this? That's still light armor for some reason. Oh, this is all still light armor. Okie-doke. Please don't fall on my head. And this is all light armor. Is that heavy armor? That's heavy armor. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is pretty good, Leroy. It is pretty good. For an early access game, they've done a pretty good job of it. Like I think they get the genre, which is pretty good. All right, that still looks like light armor here, right? And there, for some reason. I don't even think we need that block there, but we'll put it back. I think we need a block here to block out there. I guess we do that. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm thinking this is a pretty big wall behind here. Let's weld up. Let's just do some ship welding to break up the monotony here. Do I have food on me? I don't. I'm going to grab some food for later while I'm here. You guys can take all this stuff. Oh, no, you can't. Some of that won't go through. That's fine. But I do want food. Food. Feed me. How about we just munch on some... This stuff isn't great for you, but we'll just munch on one of them every so often. Okay, unlocked. Off we go. Hope. Oh, we are very heavy. We are heavier than last time. Oh, that's heavy. Okay. Let's go put a bunch of steel plate into a bunch of stuff. I like that my horizon screen is going crazy. Like, you're going to crash into stuff. Okay, let's see how well we can hit some of these things from here. Now, it should put in all the steel plate, even though we need the... I want to double check without dying here real quick. It is going to put in all... Yeah, it is. Okay. Even though we need the cobalt in there as well. no, don't shoot the base. Okay, I think we survived. How am I going to get these ledges? I think I need to pop down a little bit here and go underneath. Ship isn't really built to be flown like this, but it'll get lighter as we go. Yeah, Ira, I'm sad that I didn't catch the... I had your stream on in the background while I was working today, and then I had to go take care of things, and I didn't get to see the end of it, but it was really fun at the beginning. I assume it got even better. When you say you sunk a ship with a bore, do you mean you used the bore to sink the ship, or the ship had a bore when it was sunk? Like we launched a bore at a ship with a catapult or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I should make an attachment for this thing that has even more welders, just to be able to go a little bit faster with welding. Wouldn't be too hard. We've already got the 4 drills set up. We should be able to do a 4, although it'd have to be large conveyor all the way around, which would be a little bit more difficult. Oh, you get a little boar pet. That's awesome. You boarded the ship. Yeah, I need to play more of that game. Mm-hmm. Everyone is replaced with boar names. I don't even know what boar names are. I just put boar in everybody's name? I get it. I get it now. This welding is going to take a very long time. Maybe we'll just put the steel plates in, and then we'll get going on designing other parts of it, just so that we don't spend way too much time doing welding. How am I going to arrange myself? This is going to be the hardest part of this, is just arranging myself to get these without hitting something. I may. Oh, fuck. Just get, yep. Alright, we'll come around the front for you. I get down in there, though. You know, Leroy, the chat almost never has anything to do with what I'm actually doing on the stream. So I'm pretty used to it at this point. You know, I just provide you know, it's like when you're watching you know, YouTube videos that are designed for like Gen Alpha kids, where it's just like they're trying to tell you something important, but they got Subway Surfers going on the side, or Minecraft parkour or something like that. It's like that. This is like the ASMR to facilitate your unrelated conversations. And I am out of stuffs. Hello. Let's see. I had a button that docked me up, didn't I? Was it this? And am I going to hit something if I do that? No, you know what? A for effort. Are we doing it again? Do you just lose your coordinates or something? I think it lost to the coordinates. Let's just help you out there a little bit. It's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever seen Pam do that before. Now we have to wait 10 years for the goat script to move all the new stuff into the cargo. The welder ship is on the workshop. There we go. Sorry, I fell asleep for a second there. The welder ship is on the workshop if anybody's interested in using it. It's called the Go-Getter, and also all of the multi-tools are up there. It seems like those guys are coming up more frequently than usual. Seems like they are. Okay. We almost got it. What is it doing? What are you doing? It's like it grabs the wrong thing every so often. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Well, I appreciate your compliment about the base. I want to say that it's one of the nicer bases I've made, but I'm one of those people that's like, if I'm making a base and someone says it's, you know, someone says it's really nice. Like if I'm making a base, I'm like, well, I'm really more of a ship builder, not really a base builder, which is why the base doesn't look too good. And then if I'm building a ship, you know, then I'm like, well, I'm really more of a base builder and not really a ship builder, which is why the ship doesn't look so great. You know, so that's my excuse for everything. So I'm glad you like it. I tried to put slightly more effort into it than usual. How are we doing on the thing here? It would be faster for me to just move the stuff manually, wouldn't it? No, actually I got it this time. Okay. Off we go. Oh yeah, we definitely got it. Oh boy. All right, let's get these over here while we're at it.
Meteors inbound.
Better not hit me. I don't have any turrets on this, on the far side here, so. Oh, excuse me. Oh, didn't have time to hit the mute button there. Let's see. Let's get these over here real quick. Oh, and I'm hitting stuff. What am I hitting? The ground, of course. Okay. Good, that works. You know, one of the things for me is like I oscillate between the thing that I want to be doing, you know. So if I'm building a base for a long time, then I get a hankering for building a ship, you know. And if I'm building a ship for a long time, then I just want to go somewhere and build a base, you know. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's good to get You know, you don't want to get burned out on a game like this, you know. All right, let's see if we could do this whole row with the plates we've got. Then I'm going to have to go inside and do the inside row. Oh, yeah, we could probably do this a little bit better. There we go. Yep, this is going nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. I'm familiar with the movie, but I've not seen it. The Black Hole. Let's see. Hold on a second. What do we got going on here? Oh, my phone is telling me a storm is moving through. It's not really a storm. Not like I'm used to. And sometimes it's like a storm is moving through and it's just like rain. Yeah. Other days it's like a storm is moving through and then I'm out of power for 8 hours like earlier this week. Which is why I know I'm sure you cannot tell, but one of my lights, the dimmer of the lights that I usually have on my face is not working after the power outage earlier this week. So, but it's the dimmer light. It doesn't really do much. Ooh. Should I dig that out or should I just pretend like the sand blew up on there? We'll just leave it for now. We'll figure it out later. I don't think I'm getting it all. I got it all. All right. And we only used half the inventory, which means we might be able to get a good chunk of this side done before I have to go refuel again. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen when Economy 2 comes out in terms of this save. Like, I know the save's not going to break. I think I've talked about this before. I know the save isn't going to break or anything, but I'm not likely to get... Like, I'd have to go away from this planet to get new stations to spawn. The stations that we have near here should automatically update with the new contract types and everything, but they won't have, like, the new services block and stuff like that. So, we may... Oh, I think I have a light armor block there. Do I have multiple light armor blocks under there? No, I think that's the only one. Let's back this up for a second and go fix that and not get zapped. Light armor. And what are you? Light armor. Do we need both of those there? Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of a gap. A little bit of a gap. What's it like on the inside? Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. That's good. Oh, there's a whole row of light armor here. Well, shiver my timbers. Look what we've got going on. Yeah, was this the one where I said, oh, I'll come back to that later? I think that's what this is. Yeah, so anyway. Next week, probably won't be next week, but at some point in the next 2 weeks or so, we might go on a little journey together to see if we could find one of the new economy stations and see what sorts of new fun we could get into. Maybe, you know, I've been saying that I need some sort of a small grid defensive ship. Maybe it'd be fun to go, you know, go take the Titan itself out into space, do some missions, you know, make some money, and then maybe buy a ship we could bring back here and use for base defense, because, you know, every so often the, you know, those salvage drones come by, and they're usually taken out by my base defenses, but, you know, it'd be nice to be able to be proactive. That, I've gone too far, because that's where the light armor starts. It would be nice to be proactive with those, so. Alright, let's see. Let's do the inside of this wall as best we can here, and then we'll go looking at. We'll probably go refill up and then do the long walls on the inside. Go up a bit, go over the shelf. This is the kind of build where... Oh, again? Okay. This is the kind of build where, you know, you miss the build and repair. You know, where I could be designing other parts of the hangar while they're just kind of passively getting built up, but we unfortunately do not have build and repair in the world here, because this is a more realistic, I guess.
Inventory full.
Where'd it go? Ah, okay, hold on. Let's put all of you into there. Actually, let's put everything into there so it'll suck it up later. And then we'll eat them steak while we're here. I gotta dig this out of the sand. Where is it? Let me guess, it fell into the planet, huh? Yeah, it fell into the planet, I bet. Oh, it better not just be sitting there where I can't place this block. Oh, it is. That means I'm going to have to dig it out. How far underground are we? So it was near 80 last week, and we barely got to 60. Yeah, same here. You probably live in the same general region as me. Let's see, don't want to do that's what I was afraid of, making a big hole right there. That's okay, though. We can still, I think I can still get the block in. Oh, wait, no, I just need steel plate. I'm the idiot again. Oh, man. Every time with this thing. Just give me all the blocks. Here, you can have some stone. Give me all the stuff. Yeah, it was me. I'm the idiot. Okay. Good. Well, anyway, let's put this back in here, and we could use it to weld up a couple more blocks. Like 2. There we go. Okay, let's head back. Fill up, and this is looking pretty cool with just the build states like this. All right, let's see if it can dock again or not. If it gets close enough, I'll just tell it to stop. Is it off in the... No, it's the same. Same amount of off. There we go, and connect. And then we wait. Oh, yeah, no, I'm in the Midwest. It is raining and 45 degrees right now. And last week it was in the 70s. So. But around here it's always, I don't know how it is for you, but around here it's like in the spring and summer, once it gets too hot, we have to have tornadoes and thunderstorms, and then it cools down, and then the cycle continues. So. Oh. Alberta. Okay. Well, in that case, translate whatever temperature I just said into Celsius for yourself. No, I am very happy to see people from not America in the chat. Who was the furthest away person I had once? Someone was in like Scotland or something like that. I don't remember. Somewhere around there. Somewhere in the UK. I don't remember. And now why? Oh, the cockpit can't. Yeah, can't pull this out of the cockpit. That could have been the person. Could have been Jed. I don't remember. My memory is terrible. As I'm sitting here trying to remember why I parked the ship here. All right, let's go finish this side up and hopefully not smack into it. So let me ask you all this. The update that's coming up, Economy 2, right? What is the feature you're most looking forward to? Because I know there are some people who, like myself, barely ever used the old economy system. Because I kind of felt like I needed to do an economy playthrough if I was going to use it. It just wasn't a thing where I was like, if I'm doing my normal playthrough, my normal play style, I wouldn't ever really need to go to a station and spend money and stuff. But I am looking forward to the new ship services terminal. I like the idea of, you know, if you're damaged and you've got money, just go pay to get your ship repaired. You know, if you've got too many grids. In fact, this is something I think me and DNA are probably going to look into right away on Designated Survivors, is storing some of the random grids that we've made, some of the random ships we've made and left behind on other planets, to free up some PCU. Like, that's a thing we could do pretty much immediately. We'd have to take like a tour of the galaxy, but you know, we've built vehicles and just kind of left them places. So so you're an hour or less from Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and North Carolina. That's a pretty sweet spot. You could go get that sweet Kentucky bourbon whenever you want. Yeah, I think the services terminal, and I like the I like how the services terminal works. It's got like an Elite Dangerous kind of feel to it, where it's like your ship doesn't just appear. It's kind of like it stays at whatever grid you stored it at. Ooh, hold on. What am I bonking into? Okay. Whatever station you stored it at, it's there. And you have to essentially have it shipped to you if you're not getting it from that station. Or maybe that's not true. Maybe you just have to get it shipped to you from wherever you are. But I kind of like that. And then you could also pay a fee to expedite it if you wanted to get there faster. You know, I think it's the size of the grid determines how long it takes for them to ship it to you. And it's just a couple minutes that you wait. But, you know, I like that idea that it's not like you can't just, like, if you're in a battle on a PvP server or just like a general public server, you can't be like, I'm going to store 100 ships in the terminal and I'm just going to, every time I lose one, I'm just going to go get another one real quick. It's like you're going to have to wait a little bit to get it to show up. You know, there's time for the person you're harassing to get away, basically. Kind of uses similar things from trade operators. What is that? Explain that. I know there are torch plugins that do, like, I think Quantum Garage or something like that. That's what it seems to be based on. I don't know the trade operators mod. But yeah, I'm excited for that block. I think that might be the thing that I'm most excited for. And then every release has tons and tons of bug fixes and quality of life stuff, and I'm always very excited to read the full changelog of everything, because everyone's always excited about like the main, the headline features, right? But I'm always like, okay, but what did they fix, right? And it's crazy the amount of stuff that they fix every single release, and how many. Did I hit something? Was that me? Yep. Anyway. I've seen so many people on like Reddit and stuff who are like, when are they going to just fix the bugs? Why do they keep putting out this DLC and everything? And I'm like, have you read the changelogs and how many bugs they fix every single release? It's crazy. So let's see. Brian's excited for the for the update and the chance to explore it. Leroy is just been playing in let's see, not much for creative, but I'm playing last week, waiting for the update. Ire is biased toward the grid storage feature. I know, because you run a server or two throughout the, you know, for the community and for like internal stuff. And yeah, the grid storage, like if you're a server owner, that used to be the kind of thing you had to have torch and plugins, and just having it not just as like something you set up vanilla, but just something that's already there. If you do nothing, that service is there and part of the trade stations, and that's awesome. You know, you don't even, as a server owner, you don't have to do anything but make sure it's turned on. That's it. I love it. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, stuff breaks too every so often, but I think they more often, usually they fix that stuff in hot fixes pretty quick. Like I am excited to see if because I saw the video from Climb, the preview from Climb, where he shows off that the programmable block is going to get access to some of the contract stuff, and that's very cool. I bet you we could do some cool stuff with that. And two, it makes me wonder what other changes to the programmable block we might be getting that I might be able to use in like Farmhand or other scripts or whatever, you know? Hopefully it's not just the contracts. Hopefully there's more things. The programmable block doesn't get a whole lot of love. So to see them hold on, there we go. To see them actually doing some stuff with the programmable block, it gives me some hope that they might add some other stuff to it at some point. I'm gonna put this in. Can I get in there? Can I? No. I'm gonna put this in here. There we go. Maybe I should have sloped this down. Whatever. Whatever. Boy, I left those welders on, didn't I? And I was like right at the welder when I jumped in. Let's turn those off. I am surprised I didn't die or take damage just then. All right. Checking the stocks. Stocks. Stonks. There we go. Okay. The last place you worked used a software base that the copyright ran out in 1998. So every time they patched something, it took them a week to fix. Oh, that's something. Unfortunately, that does happen pretty often. I worked for a client once where they had an old version of a system. Oh, I think I missed a spot here. They had an old version of a web server, and they didn't want to pay for the license anymore, so they were just stuck on a years-old version that wasn't getting updates anymore. And it would have memory leaks, and the memory usage would just tick up over time, and they eventually just set up a script to reboot it every night. Reboot it every night, and then that's that. How far did I get? Did I get it all? Let's see, we stopped like right there, right? We got that. We got all that. Oh, we got a little bit more down here. Okay. Then we will go and we'll probably close this big door. And then take care of the wall behind it. And then we will be good to start working on some other things. Come on. There we go. Okay. I guess we're good with all this. If we find anything more later, we'll come back and what I'll do is when we come back to do the metal grids, I'll just throw a couple of steel plates on my person, and then we'll I'll just get out and do some spot welding if I need to. I should just re-record this so I don't have to do the thing again. Bonk. Stop. Scooch. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's close this door. Who's got some controls I could borrow? And then, oh, while I'm here, who's got some steel plate I could borrow? Ah! I might want to put some guardrails up around this thing. Actually, that's a really good idea. I probably do want to put some guardrails up around that thing. Alright. Steel. I'm going to steal the plates. Just give me all of you. Actually, don't give me all of you. Just put back like 61 of you or so. Alright, I can walk up here. Alright, so I think what we want to do is basically take this entire wall down. And get down to that bottom layer. Did I? Okay, I already did the bottom layer. Okay, good. So we just need to take this wall out, essentially, and rebuild it with heavy armor. And actually, is it? No, we'll keep it up higher. I was thinking it's up too high, but it's not. It's fine. Because then it does this. We could maybe have it... We could maybe have it slope down. And then have this be the outer layer. Then do we need this upper slope? We might not. Yeah, well, maybe we'll do that. I wonder if we should have done that. Well, the front seems to be... Because, yeah, the front goes the other direction. There's like a lump in it. Kind of weird. But if we were going to slope down, we'd slope down like right here. Let's just keep it flat. The front's flat. We'll keep the back flat. It's fine. Part might take a bit. Alright, catching up on chat while I walk off a ledge. First year I worked there, November 1st started donations for a nonprofit. When it updated, it broke the credit card machines, and it took them 2 weeks to fix the issue. So was it like the company was still pushing updates? Or something else was updating and you guys were having to like adapt them to the, you know, like what the new system was doing, or I don't know, something like that. It's kind of... Now, in some places where this gets a little bit thicker, we could... So I'm going to weld up these corner ones manually. We could... Oh, maybe I should run... Maybe I should come in and weld up... No, we should be able to get the welder ship down in there. I think I'm going to manually get this one, though. It's a lot of metal grid, or a lot of steel plate. And we're gonna have to take a... Oops. We're gonna have to take a sun break soon. Yeah, we're also gonna have to get some turrets up over here too. Oh, corporate IT. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. All right, let's build this up, and I will reclaim some light armor from here. And we're going to have to get in the shade very soon, aren't we? Where's the sun? Okay. Yes, I know I need metal grid, but I also... Oh, am I out of steel plate? I'm out of steel plate. Okay. We're going to stand here for just a second. And then we're going to run. I don't feel like I'm actually running. I'm not running. Whatever. I could use some weather right now. Oh, wait. Is there weather right now? Or was I just... Oh, I was in the shadow. Nice. That worked out. Okay. I'm going to run over here. Get some more steel plate. Run back over to the wall. And just get some of these corner ones. Wall. Okay, there we go. Oh. Oh, did I really run out already? That was a lot. Okay. Yeah, let me manually do this so then, because I don't want to have to get out of the ship too much, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get in the corner there. Just want to get these few in the corner. The rest of them we can get. That one we should be able to get. That one's good. Oh, I did not need to get that one. One update they did locked the point of sale drawers if the receipt printer ran out of paper. Wow. Well, that's convenient, huh? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the metal grids into that one. We shall see. The rest of this we can get with the welding ship. So, now, for fun, I need... How many? Oh, got something in my eye. Hang on. 61? I don't know if that's enough to get all the way across the wall, but we'll see.
Low.
Looks like I'll be going back for energy anyway. How many were across? It was like 30 something, I think. Yep, that was it. Okay. Let's go... Actually, let's go in here. We'll charge up in here and get out of the sun for a minute. Grab more steel plates. And while we cool down from the sun for a minute, I'm going to take another drink of water. Looks like YouTube's having some bitrate issues, but probably not enough to affect the stream. But let me know if it gets wonky. Not that there's anything I could do about it, but you know the deal. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. Appreciate you all here. Okay. Okie doke. Let's get back to it. You know, the time flies when all you're doing is putting down a ton of bricks, you know? Yeah. Ugh. There we go. What the hell are these jewels? You know, I ask myself that every day. You know, it's one of the mysteries of the universe. I don't know that we'll ever solve. And I also don't know what you're talking about. Did you find some jewels in Windrose? Because that would be cool. What the heck is that? Oh. Well, I didn't even know you could do that. Did you just give me money somehow? And, was that a YouTube thing or a Streamlabs thing? Are they testing out another new feature over on the YouTube? Hold on, I wanna. That looked like a Streamlabs thing, but also, yeah, I have no idea. Let me know. Kind of cool. I assume that's kind of like bits, or did you? Well, you did a laughing disco. You bought something. You bought something. Now I'm trying to put it all together. I guess it worked because it showed up on the thing there. So. Well, I'm glad that the Streamlabs bot thing knew what to do with it. So. Anyway, let's do some more welding before, I don't know. You know, the storm is probably not going to be bad enough to take out my power, but it does sometimes mess with my internet, so we'll do our best here. Please don't smash into it. It's used by those YouTube short streamers when they go, oh my god, guys, I'm going to do it once. I get 5... Okay. I got 5 laughing discs. So, what does that look like from your point of view? Because I don't see that on... I mean, maybe it's because I'm it's my channel, you know, but I don't see that there. Maybe this is an A/B test thing. I mean, I see the buttons where I could give myself a super chat. You know, so maybe that's just some A/B test. Pretty cool though. Gonna have to figure out how to do like actually not annoying noises when those come through. There's a spinning gift box. Okay, on mobile. So maybe not on desktop. Because obviously I'm on a desktop right now. I'm also not really paying attention to where I'm welding, which probably should be. To the right of the chat box. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it on desktop for me. Of course, I'm in the YouTube studio view because I'm, you know, streaming. So maybe if I was on just the normal YouTube page, I would see it. That's a possibility. Alright, this is the main thing I wanted to do, is get the blocks behind the hinges welded up. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. It's not available on desktop. Everybody get to your phones. I'm kidding. I can't help but notice that the bitrate is getting worse as time goes on. And I am not a fan of that. Is it getting kind of pixelated or choppy for you guys? I'm going to keep on going with the stream. Sometimes when the quality is bad, I'll stop the stream, but all I'm doing is welding. So it's not like we're going to miss a ton of content, and I'd rather just get this done even if the stream quality is not great. Apologies for the, you know. Normally I would have a little bit more, you know, threshold, but we're just welding, so. We're just welding and we're about to run out of steel again. Maybe the bitrate will go back up again. I mean, honestly, like the bitrate right now is the max bitrate that you can send to Twitch because Twitch is such a stickler for bitrate. So it's like, even though my YouTube bitrate is like really low, it's not, it's still higher than what I would be sending to Twitch, which is why I don't stream on Twitch anymore. Actually, there's several reasons, but that's just one of them. I feel like I missed. There we go, because I wasn't paying attention. And that's that. Or is that that? That should be that. There we go. Off. Yeah, maybe we can do this on one more pass. There we go. All right, we'll just watch the stock ticker. It's like the hype option for VODs on YouTube. Oh, yeah. That's actually a good point. They released the hype option a while ago, and I have not seen anybody use it or truly understand how it works. In fact, I completely forgot it was there until you mentioned it just now. So I do appreciate that YouTube is trying to do some catch up on the like monetization front, because I do feel like Twitch is once you get a good enough following going, they have several more interesting ways for you to engage with your audience. But even more so, I hope that YouTube eventually adds more stuff that Twitch has, like game integration, or like they're like Twitch can have integration with games where people in chat can have direct effect on stuff happening in games. I'd like to see YouTube add more of that. Other than that, I think YouTube is a much better platform. So, all right, there we go. We're good to go. And we're going off. We're going off. This thing is looking pretty good, actually. This will be the largest hangar I've ever built, I think. Let's go actually start where we left off. I've built some... I haven't built a lot of very large hangars because I haven't really needed to build a lot of very large hangars, but I feel like this one is probably the biggest one I've built. So we're going to have to decide what we do after this hangar is done. Do we... I guess maybe we'll do a little bit of exploring, do a little bit of economy stuff. Then we'll come back, we'll put the Titan in the hangar. And so I do need to get the base completely self-sufficient, because it does still rely on the Titan itself for some of its like cargo and assemblers and stuff like that. It can still use the assemblers when it's docked over here and everything, but I don't want it to have to rely on the cargo. Like, there has to be enough cargo on the base itself for everything, and right now it's using the Titan as overflow. So, or actually, I think for some things it's using the Titan as the primary storage. So that's something we got to fix up. But let's see. You can use 3 a week, I think, and it has a top list that you can check out. Oh yeah, the hype thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, feel free to hype my videos. I will try to remember to do that. I don't even know, like, I don't know how much of an effect it has on stuff, but I'll throw some hypes on some things Is that the way to say it? I'll throw some hypes on some other people's videos this week, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go grab some of those preview videos that are coming out and throw some hypes on them. Go hype up Rev's preview. Cool. Bonk. Almost. There we go. There we go. Last row. I don't think we're going to have enough to make it, but it is only one row instead of two, so we might make it. But I don't think so. I think we're going to need just a little more. If we get two from the end, I do have some in my pocket. Keep a couple extra plates in my pocket, you know. Lower subs. The lower the subs, the more the high points. I like that a lot. And speaking of subs, Rev just crossed 800 subs, you guys, after his preview video came out. I think he needs to do a face reveal. It wouldn't be that exciting since we all know what he looks like, but it'd still be fun, you know? Yeah, everybody go to Rev's Economy 2 preview and go to Ire's Economy preview. I keep saying Rev's, but Ire had one come out earlier. So go hype up their everybody go hype up their videos. I'm trying desperately not to let him beat me to 1,000, but if he does, like his videos are better than mine, so he would deserve it. But it is a close race. Hey, Game Dork, welcome. I'm going to do my best. Where am I at? I need 43 more people to hit 1,000. So, go tell your friends. Oh, we did it. We made it. I didn't think we were going to make it to the end. We did it. Did we get that corner one? We didn't get this one all the way. Did you get a new manual transmission car or a truck? Okay, I think we're all welded up. At least the parts that I wanted to weld up. Sweet. All right, let's go put this guy back. And then we're going to start... we're going to start... Oh, hey, Rev. I didn't think you were going to make it. How'd your jamboree or whatever you were doing go? It sounded like a lot of fun. I feel like this thing is just getting more and more off every time I do it. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got going on in here. So, let's put the big door up and block the sun for me. Oh, I almost clicked it.
Meteors inbound.
All right, so I'm thinking. We're gonna try and put the command center in this wall here. So imagine we just got like a window. How about? Okay, that's fine. Just waiting for one of these things to hit the. Okay. So I was originally thinking of putting it like somewhere around here, but I think it would make more sense to put it right here. And Oh yeah, what is your... Oh yeah, you've got more than twice as much XP as Brian. So, yeah, those jewels definitely did make a difference. Oh, a Subaru Impreza. I've always wanted one of those. 2017, that was a good Subaru Impreza. Let's see. That's too bad. No death metal church music. That's always a disappointment. Let's see. Okay. So we should be able to take the go-getter and put the drill attachment back on and mine out a portion here. But the real question is going to be, how do we get down to it? So we've got this, and we could peel the hallway back if it's too close. Like if we need to like turn a corner and go down, or like we need to start going down into the ground earlier. How should we handle that? It's not a I'm standing in the sun. This isn't an airtight space. It doesn't have to be an airtight space. The command center probably could be an airtight space if we really wanted it to be. Maybe that would be a good thing to do. It also doesn't really have to be. I'm wondering if we shouldn't just have an elevator or something. Like, we could do some normal... Let's see, how would we do this? If we did, like, some normal hangar doors, you know, open some normal hangar doors, put a platform up, and then you just stand on it. It'd be like at the end of this thing here. You stand on it, and then just lowers you down, and then we close the hangar doors on top. We could also let's see, we could also have a vent that pressurizes and depressurizes whenever the door opens, you know. We could do that. So we probably have to move this, because this would probably be... We'd probably put the elevator right at the very end here. Like, literally right where this is where the piston would be. Or we could pull this back a bit. But either way, we'd probably have to move the connector. Now, the connector doesn't necessarily have to be above ground. So what I'm thinking is we could have it... We could actually have it come over here, and from here come out and go into the base here, and then have that go down into the ground. I like that idea a lot. I like that idea a lot. So we'd have to make... what would we have to do to start that? Oh, I'm getting there, Rev. I'm racing you now. We're neck and neck, basically. Race to 1,000. Let's see. Okay, so... Let's see. Would it make more sense to... I think it would make the most sense to drill this out first. And then... line it up, because I don't want to break through the ceiling right away. I only want to break through exactly where I need to. So we'll probably dig it out, and then... Okay, I have an idea. Let's tell this guy to stop filling up with a ridiculous amount of steel plate. I think we could just do that by taking stock out of here. Oh, good, it's these guys. It's my favorite ammo wasters. Thank you. All right, so I think if I just take stock out of the name, then it'll keep the settings in there for later, but I could just, it should just take everything back out of there. So... First one to 1,000 stays in the team. Yes, now it's a death match. It's not just a friendly race. It's a death match now. We should start. We should plan that podcast, though. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, I was going to... Oh, did it take the stuff out? No, of course it didn't. Back it up. Back it up. Take the stuff out, please. Oh, I wonder, though. Does it go by... Like, even if you don't have stock in the name, but the thing is still in the custom data? I wonder if it looks for that. And I need to, like, clear this out of here. Let's give it a second. There we go. It's going. It's clearing it out. Just trying to figure out where to go. Where's go time here? Hold on. See, here's the thing that I don't get. Look how fast Goat is running. It is going crazy. Crazy fast. It runs literally every single frame. And somehow takes a very long time to sort everything. You know. And it seems to be, like, you can kind of see it, because it's a nice little output. You can see what it's doing. It's very clear about what it's doing, which is nice. It seems to spend, like, it's... So there's a thing you could do where you can break... I do this with Farmhand. You could break the work up across multiple frames. And Farmhand only runs every 100 frames, I think. Maybe it's every 10 frames. But this is running every single frame. And you could break stuff up across frames when you need to, like, because you only have the time of the frame, 1/60th of a second, to get your script to run. Otherwise, it gets cut off and bad stuff happens. So what it looks like it's doing is just very aggressively splitting its work across frames, which means it might be taking longer than it needs to, than if it just tried to do as much as possible in a frame and then yielded to the next frame, essentially. So, I like looking at other people's scripts. I think it's fascinating, the different ways. Like, there's no... If you try to write a script in Space Engineers, there's no single good way to do it. You can talk to 10 different programmers, and they will all tell you, like, oh, I thought, doing it this way is the best way to do it. And others will tell you a different way. From, There's a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the best way to implement them is there's no definitive way to do that. So there's probably a couple of definitive wrong ways, but no definitive right way. Like, for example, the Farmhand script does some things that make it so that you can't have a farm of 400 farm plots. And that's probably the wrong way to do it. And if I had set the script up like Goat, it probably would be able to handle all that. It just would be it would be a lot slower about it. Which is not to say that I haven't tried, and I think I will probably go back and do a bunch of refactors on it at some point. But, alright, what are we doing here? We need to turn that off, and then we are out. Now I gotta remember where I parked the drills. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set Pam up to do the drilling for me, and that will give me some time to work on some other things while it's doing that. Come on, and there we go. And connect that. And then I need to switch lock that and back up. Okay. And then back we go. All right, so we want sensor field range, and we want... Oh, you know what? I do need to dock it up and record a new home position, otherwise it's going to yell at me. So fly to the home position. We need to correct this, otherwise when the battery gets low, it's going to be unable to dock. So, all right, locked. And then record path and set home. And undock, we're going to scooch forward. Going to go up that far. Maybe we'll even record it. Actually, no, we're going to have it fly to the job site over here. Which is going to be like, we'll say like right here. That should be good. Shouldn't crash into anything. And then we will set up a mining job, which is currently set to be very, very large. And we don't want it to be that large. I think it's still set to the size of the hole that it dug here. Yes, it is. Okay. So we want to bring the width in and definitely bring the height in. We probably want, let's see, this is 3 blocks high. We probably want 4 blocks high, and then it will, see, I want to be extremely level as possible while doing this. So, whoops. That's probably close enough. What width do we want? It is currently very wide. Oops, I went the wrong way. Width minus. Okay. And the depth we'll figure out later. But let's see. I think we probably want it to be a bit wider than that because we're not... We want it to be actually, we probably just want it to be most of this wall, don't we? Probably like that would be okay. This might take a while to dig out. So how deep do we want this thing to be? That would be a sufficiently deep thing. I think the main problem is just how long it's going to take to dig that kind of a depth. I think that's too deep. Let's say it's... I mean, once we have the... You know, the... Whoops, that's too much. Let's say maybe 30 meters. That's probably better. Once we have this... Once we have, like, the square opening, we could always just come in and dig whatever we want in the back, because I don't really care how... I just want the opening to be, like, very rectangular, so... Alright, let me just, I want to just kind of reside there for a second and see how even we are, because I want to be about halfway. Actually, this is where the middle of the ship will be, so it's going to extend to there. So I think I want to pull it in one. But, yeah, I want to pull it in one and move it over one. Or maybe just move it over one. No, let's pull it in one and move it over one. Doesn't have to be centered. Oh, should it be centered? It should probably be centered. That looks pretty even all the way across. At least by my eye, it'll be good enough. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Which means we're going to be looking at about 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we want the... Oh, yeah, duh. The middle's like right here, roughly. So, because that's where the shelf is. Why did this turn out to be an odd number if I have a even number? Because of the way this thing is teethed. That's right. Okay. Teethed. Which means... that we want the width to be an odd number. Then we just want to kind of scooch ourselves to we're about right there. right. And good enough. Now the real question is, am I lined up grid-wise forward, or am I going to be... This kind of looks a little crooked. That's probably better. Really trying to be even here. All right, so how do we look? Just kind of using this as a guide. That looks pretty straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, I'm going by Bob Ross rules here. That's probably good enough. We'll just maybe do a slight scooch to the side there so we're pointing straight at that. We'll go down so that we're about there. Yeah, because this gives me room for floor and ceiling and then interior, you know, so that should be good. And if it's too big, it's fine. We're going to put wall in front of it anyway, so. All right, how close are we there? Yeah, this is fine, whatever. Let's just get it started. Change. Oh, start new job. That's what we want. Go to town. And get me out. All right, so hopefully that will not take forever. And in the meantime, it's raining. Let's see, I have a bunch of steel. We're going to go... Okay, we got to think about, aside from this one wall that's going to have a base in it, let's think about what the rest of this place is going to look like. So we definitely need a... We definitely need...
Inventory full.
Of course it is. Yeah, makes sense. We definitely need something for the Titan to land on. We need a floor, obviously. What should the floor be made out of? It could just be steel plate or steel like armor block. We could do floor block. Something moving around over there? Looked like something was moving around that was white, but I guess not. Should we go get that unknown signal? Let's go get that unknown signal. I just want to know what's in it. We could probably turn off that pirate stronghold GPS too. That is gone. Hello, there you are. There you are. Where's your button? Yep. No idea. Yeah, just some bits. You can go explode. All right. Ow. See, I thought I was being careful. Okay. Yeah, so what I want to think about is what is the floor going to look like, and then what is the pattern of the wall going to look like? And maybe we should figure out that floor thing later, because we're going to have a lot of stone, and I won't be able to put stuff down. We're also going to have to run... We're going to have to run... conveyor through the floor for the Titan to dock on top of. I'm pretty sure it's got a conveyor port on the bottom. I hope it does. That would kind of suck if it doesn't. It would have done all this for nothing. We could also have extendable conveyor ports on the sides too, because I know it's got the ports on the sides. So we could do that. Not a big deal. We could probably do to save on material, we could probably do the 3x3 floor in a grid. And then maybe leave a center of a center channel for me to run some conveyor through, because we'll have conveyor come down through here into the. It'll come down into the command center, and then come out of the command center and down into here, basically. So it's gonna be kind of annoying to clean up, but that's okay. In terms of the walls, though, let's think about what we want the walls to look like. So we're definitely going to have some columns of this. Now, unfortunately, we'd have to, if we want to do anything with depth, then we have to have a backing of, like, it has to be, we can't indent. Like, this has to be the minimum, because otherwise stuff's gonna be just embedded behind the wall, behind the rock. So we could do a flat wall and then build on top of it. Like, we could put some pipes, we could maybe do some columns, we could probably do some stuff with certain interior blocks, and then maybe some color or something like that. So what I'm thinking is we will do a pattern that is centered on these hinges, you know? So maybe we do under each hinge, we'll just do, because we've already kind of almost started it. Maybe we could do like three rows of just normal armor block, or columns, I guess. That's gonna be annoying. So we'll do like 3 columns under each hinge. And then we'll just kind of figure out a pattern, and then we're going to lament that we don't have partial grid copy. And go from there. So that's what I'm thinking. So this will be kind of like the end of it here. And then we will have, I think, 3. We'll have 3 columns in between each one, I think. There we go. Nope. There we go. I think we'll have 3 columns within, next to each one, where we'll have to figure out what the pattern shall be. We could use, we'll probably want to also put some interior lights embedded in maybe the middle column, or any of these columns, actually. We could put them in the columns under the hinges, like in the middle column. That might be a good way to break up that middle column. Yeah, because then we got, just do that. It seems I might have been a little too close to the edge with this. Yeah, there we go. Might as well do that too, because we'll probably want to build underneath there at some point. All right, so all right, so what are we going to put in between these? So that's going to be our rotating pattern of that. Now we could do what might be cool is having a row of glass. Was that the miner, or was that a spider? Probably the miner, I guess, huh? All right, yeah, I think it might be fun to do some glass. Actually, maybe we could do some big 3x3 glass windows here, and you would see the rock through it. And then I guess these little dents are going to be kind of gross to look at, but that's okay. Yeah, you would see the rock behind it, and then maybe we could take out this middle column here underneath each and do something interesting there, like with lights or pipes or something like that. Let's tease this out a little bit here. I'm gonna need some girders. I don't know how many, probably just one per window. All right. 3 by 3. Do we not have 3 by 3? Yeah, window flat. Do I want flat or flat inverted? Which group is that? That's going to be in like the 2x3s, right? And, okay, so I do want, we want it tinted. We want a tinted window on it. It also helps me see which places are going to be sticking out. How many, I would love it if this was divisible by 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe we do a, like we have a row at the bottom, and then we start going up from there, and then this counts as the row on the top. Yeah, and then we could do, I'm thinking we do it with the with the shade, the shaded side. That's what I'm thinking. And then we could did I get it? I didn't get it. There we go. I keep hearing the miner, and I keep thinking it's the spiders. This is not, I don't think it's going to be a big deal if there's some divots. Like, you're not really going to notice it too much. This just might take me a little while to do, is all. Ooh. Yeet, yeah. Wow, okay. If I gotta drill it back a lot, then it just makes it more consistent across. There we go. So that kind of saves us a little bit. We'll do that, and then we will do a bottom row of something like that. Have a good night, Leroy. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, I think we'll do something like that as the pattern. And let's see, what can we put? We're going to want some lights in here.
Energy low.
What if we take this out and go up to there, and then I go and recharge in here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, let's see, we could do troffer lights, or we could do the inset light. I think troffer lights going this direction would look good. So let's do maybe one there at the top. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's do it in the middle of that one, and then at the bottom. Then we'll come up with something to put in between them. And then, you know, selfishly, that also gives me... Ah! Thank you. I'm gonna harvest you so hard. There we go. Come here. Come here, you. Give me your meats. Okay, so let's do, what was I doing? What was I doing? Here we go. And then in the middle of this one, and then down there. Okay. So I think we'll just continue that pattern across, and I think I saw a spot sticking out here. Then, like, right there, I think. moved up there. Let's get... Let's see, what do you need? Just to get me a little bit of light down in the hole here. Upside down. We could actually even put these all in a group. That'd be kind of cool. We could put them all in a group and have them change colors depending on if the door is open or not. You know, have them be like a... maybe like a red or a yellow or something when the doors are opening, when the doors are open. And then have them just turn to like a nice blue or white, like a very light blue or white when the doors are closed, you know? Something like that. I wouldn't necessarily want to make it red. It kind of hurts the eyes when the doors are open, but that'd be pretty cool, right? We'll probably also put, maybe in the in-between sections here, we'll put some spotlights shining down on the, oh, that's concerning. Shining down on the ship, basically. Cool. I'm going to just work on... I'm not going to work on the windows for now. I'm going to work on putting in the side bits and the lights. And then we'll go from there. We'll see how far we can get in the next roughly half hour here. Ah. That was a goof of the mouse right there. Goof of the mouse. I might just pre-drill little channels up the middle of these where the windows are going to be. You know, that might just work out better. I'm also going to have to remember that there is additional ore hanging out inside of the base here. Like, we have mined so much ore that we do not need it. But there is like iron on this side and nickel on the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Have a good one, Ire. Thanks for hanging out. There we go. Let me guess, this is going to be sticking out too. Probably. Yeah, I think I slightly misaligned the wall here when I was putting the grid in, but what can you do? It's a giant hole and you're not going to... It's hard to estimate the entire hole from the beginning, so... Alright, one more. Okay, all right. Now let's put these troffers in. That one's in a bad. All these are in bad spots here. Those are probably okay. Let me do the bottom ones. I'm going to be like here, right? Because we're going up one. I think it's here. Yay, I did it. I figured it out. Okay. So there. And. No. There. Ah, darn. Oh, it's, you know, I just realized with the windows, we will always know where the iron is because you'll be able to see it through the window. Okay, all right. All right, so let's kind of fill these bottom bits in here. Cool. Then we'll just grab as many of these as we can, grab parts, weld them up, do whatever.
Energy low.
Ooh, we're so close though. We can get 2.5 rows done. Oh, I need to actually. How many are left? 6, 7? Okay. Oh no. I'm glad my son didn't hear me say that. I did not do that on purpose. Oh, look at
Energy
that.
critical.
I better go and get some energy because if I end up stuck in the hole, I will be stuck in the hole. I was going to say, I feel like I should get some food. How about some cooked Saberoid steaks? All right, now what I want to do here is change these lights so they're a bit... okay, so what are we going to call these things? They are Trogdor light. No, Troffer lights. Here we go. Why are so many of them just called this? And then we have the numbered ones. It seems odd. Are these all the... Yes, they are. Turn them all on. I wish I was facing the other direction, but... Yep. Okay. So, let's change all of their names to... Oh, did we name this hangar? What are we going to call it? Titan Hangar? Or something like that? Hang on. What did we... I thought I had a name for this already. T Titan. TI is the Titan. TT is the... I don't remember what TT is. Follow mode. That's the tater tots. Yep. Maybe we didn't... It is possible we have not named the hangar. Oh, no. TH for Titan hangar. I thought it was TH. Okay, where's my troppers again? All right, so we're going to rename these to TH... Troffer Light Wall. And then put them in a group of a similar name. So that I could do this and do this and put that back and then say the radius is big, the intensity is weak. And now, oh man, it goes almost halfway across. Not really. Almost a quarter of the way across. That's exciting. We probably did not need to put them so close together, but it'll look good for the patterns. Then we'll just have to figure out what goes in between them and stuff. So,
Meteors inbound.
lovely. All right. Normally I would close the doors at the end of the stream, but I'm gonna let the guy keep on running here. Oh, he's made a ton of progress here too. Soon we will live in here. Yeah, we're gonna have to run. We're gonna have to run conveyor probably through the middle here is actually gonna be the easiest, and then have it come up so that we can get some turrets on the sides of these things. Maybe we'll have it come up this side and run along the edge here to get a double thick wall on this side, and then we'll have it come out to some turrets on this side or something. Okay, well that's going to look good. I'm not going to bother designing this wall yet because we'll figure out what we're going to do with the command center here. Yeah, so this will be the pattern. I think, what are we going to want to put in between here, though? That's the real question. We probably want... I could just do some sort of... Probably not one of these. Unless we did that. Some of the... it's got to be flat, and it can't be too indented, is the thing. Like, it can't be one of these, because, you know, or a... Like, one of these wouldn't work. So, like, I would love to have some pipes, but we'd have to kind of show this. It'd have to be this. Right? You know, like, it has to be flat, essentially. Hey, you know, we could just do the side pipes like this. Kind of looks like a vent or something. Kind of like the idea of... I kind of like the idea of maybe doing some sort of a... maybe on the outer side of this, we'll do some beam blocks. Not you guys, not that, but like this. And we could do some half beam block on here, and then have it end with like a larger one that the gate can rest on, or something like that. Just to kind of make it look like, I guess, you know, something like that. Something like that. It gives it a little more depth that way, and then it's not just steel plate going all the way down. Gonna be a lot of iron to build this thing is basically the deal. But yeah, what if we do? Let me plop for a second here, and because we could also put pipes on things, you know. We could do. I wonder how it would look if we did like okay, so let's say we have stuff. But let's say we have this. Pretend we have this middle thing here, right? We could have pipe, and then we have like the. Why are these keep rotating on me? Like we could do this. We could just have like. Oh god. Hello. I don't have any defenses down in the hole. Hello. Why do you keep spawning up there? Okay. Well, where are you? Okay, you're dead. Hello. Okay, this is a new horror for me. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, okay. What the go? Oh no. Huh. Okay then. Well. Okay. Well, I think that's a wrap, folks. I think we're gonna call it there. I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm gonna eat a steak. Okay. What time is it actually? Yeah, we should probably just finish up. So, DNA and I are going to be hopefully doing Designated Survivors this Sunday. It will be the last Designated Survivors before the economy update drops. So we're going to get that in before that happens. And we'll have to decide what we're doing with the economy update after it comes out. If we want to, like, do we want to start over on something new? Like, we could still do Designated Survivors in, like, a new world with a new scenario so that we can get new economy stuff to spawn. Or we could just keep going with what we're doing in the same world because there's still planets we haven't been to and we could do economy stuff with the new stations and stuff if we just travel to different places. That's currently my plan, but we'll see how it goes. Presumably the server's not going to get borked by the update. So that'll be Sunday. Next Thursday, of course, back to Titan here, where we will be maybe retrofitting stuff with the new DLC blocks or something like that. We'll have to see what we get. But there are, as you know, some new structural blocks and stuff coming that might be fun to add to the base or something. We'll have to check it out after we get access to those things. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And I appreciate everybody hanging out with me today. And if you wouldn't mind throwing a like on the video if you have not done so yet. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you would like to get notified when I go live, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, have a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye.